Good morning from the heart of New York City. This is Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast dedicated to wanting to learn and apply to eat better daily. I'm your host, Angela Shurina from CreateYourself.today, your personal nutritionist, your personal health and wellness coach, your fellow biohacker, your personal fat loss guru, and just someone with a lot of passion and obsession for healthy food, healthy eating, diets, nutrition, everything and anything related to what you put on your plate and in your body to look better, feel better, and perform better on all levels. Today, as promised, guys, we are going to talk about healthy gut, and in particular the book that I've just finished, Healthy Gut, Healthy You by Dr. Michael Ruscio. Healthy Gut, Healthy You, the personalized plan to transform your health from the inside out. And the whole book is, of course, about health of our gut and how different lifestyle choices, how our diet, but not only, influences the health of our gut, and how all of that influences the way we look, the way we feel, how much energy we have, how much health we have. Everything and anything is related to our gut when it comes to our health, physical health or mental health. Today in particularly, we're going to talk about sorry for my voice, sometimes in the morning it gets rusty. So today we're going to talk about diet and what kind of diet or what things you should pay attention to according to recent studies from different sides of scientific spectrum. What should you pay attention to when it comes to diet if you want to improve your healthy gut, if you want to improve health of your gut, if you want to have healthier gut in order to again feel better, look better, and just perform better on all levels. You know, the bacteria in our gut and everywhere on our and in our body outnumbers human cells 10-1. We have a lot of bacteria, and if we don't learn how to keep it healthy, we just don't have a chance to be healthy. That's what I want you to understand first and foremost. You gotta take care of your gut if you want to be healthy. So what is the most important thing to have a healthy gut, healthy metabolism, to digest your food properly, get all the nutrients you need to get, and get additional benefit of getting more healthy metabolites and healthy nutrients from your gut. So the most important thing is to take care of the environment where your gut bugs live. And what does that mean? Well, that means actually most importantly, or one of the most important things that you can control with your diet when it comes to creating a healthy environment for your gut bacteria is to eat the way so it decreases inflammation or doesn't create any inflammation in the first place, because inflammation very negatively affects our gut health, and you want to decrease it as much as possible. Inflammation is the cause of most digestive disorders like IBS or celiac disease or leaky gut syndrome, all of that. Most of those conditions and others are caused by too much inflammation in our gut that is caused very often and more than anything by foods that cause allergic reactions or foods that we are just sensitive to and that cause milder negative reactions. So the difference between, for example, allergy and sensitivity to different foods is allergy is more acute reaction to a particular food. Like, for example, let's say you have a peanut allergy, and every time you eat it, you get skin rashes, or you get fever, or like your heart starts racing, something gets swollen, and some people have troubles breathing, and some people even die because of that. So that is allergy. Sensitivity is feeling off after you eat certain food. Like, for example, you ate your gluten-full cookie, and then you crave more food, and you feel irritated, and you might have some brain fog, and you cannot put words together, and you feel fatigued and lower on energy. So that is food sensitivity. You cannot die of food sensitivity, but you can die of allergy. So that's the difference. And most of people these days eat on a daily basis, sometimes on meal basis, foods that cause those allergic or sensitivity kind of reactions in our body, increasing inflammation one meal at a time. And that is a very sad news, guys, because if you increase inflammation in your gut on a daily basis every single day, then your gut bugs going to be unhappy, and you're not going to be healthy. You're going to have problems with your metabolism, especially sugar metabolism. You're going to have problems losing weight. You're going to have problems sleeping. You're going to have problems with energy levels. So inflammation is a bad news, and in order to avoid it, you got to make sure through trial and error the best way to make sure that you don't eat pro-inflammatory foods is go on elimination diet. And we talked about it previously. We might talk about it again. Go on elimination diet, eliminating all the foods that are under question for 2-3 weeks, and then reintroducing those foods one food at a time, and see how you feel eating that food. So inflammation, that contributes to your healthy or unhealthy gut environment. And then the second biggest factor that contributes to a healthy environment for your gut bugs is blood sugar, or eating behavior, or diet, or eating style, or foods that have the biggest impact on your blood sugar. And that's why, guys, low carbohydrate diets, moderate carbohydrate diets, diets that control the amount of carbohydrates that is consumed, the quality of carbohydrates, and how they're metabolized by our body, have such a huge success, not only helping you to lose fat, to lose weight, but also helping a lot with your health, your energy levels, your metabolic health, your inflammation levels also. So you might try a low carbohydrate diet just to see how you feel health-wise, not necessarily even for fat loss and weight loss, even though low carbohydrate diets proven to be one of the most effective methods to deal with fat loss and weight loss. So blood sugar, low carbohydrate diets. And an interesting thing also about low carbohydrate, moderate carbohydrate diets, the way you react to a low carbohydrate diet or high carbohydrate diet depends on insulin sensitivity, or how well your body can tolerate and metabolize sugars and carbohydrates of all kinds. But then it also depends on your genetic origin. So people who have genes from equatorial region or close to that tend to do better on moderate carbohydrates, higher carbohydrates diet, probably because initially ancestors from equatorial regions just happen to consume more fruits, more higher carbohydrate foods, more plant foods in general, whereas people like me from Siberia or other northern regions, we do better on lower carbohydrate diets, just because our ancestors were never around much of carbohydrates in the first place, and our body, our that to a large extent is controlled by our genes, our body just never learned how to deal with carbohydrates efficiently because it didn't need to. So we tend to thrive on a lower carbohydrate diets. Maybe that's why I feel so amazing of being on keto diet. It's kind of closer to my ancestors' diet. So guys, I think for this episode, that's enough information for you. And to recap, if you want to have a healthy gut that contributes to your mental and physical well-being, gut that helps you to lose weight or makes you fatter, if you want to have gut that functions properly, you want to pay attention first and foremost to the environment in your gut, to healthy environment for your gut bacteria. And two biggest factors that contributes to the healthiness of that environment: inflammation and not eating food that cause allergic reactions, not eating food that you are sensitive to. And the second biggest thing is eating to control your blood sugar spikes, meaning managing your carbohydrates in one way or the other, because there are different foods, there are different methods to eat, making sure that you know what kind of person you are, meaning how well you do on low carbohydrate, moderate carbohydrate, high carbohydrate diet. So those are the things you want to think about. And again, to figure out what you're allergic to, what you're sensitive to, you might go on an elimination diet. And when it comes to carbohydrate or diet that controls carbohydrate intake, you just might want to try being on really low carbohydrate diet below 50 grams of carbohydrate. Then you might try moderate amount of carbohydrate from 50 to 175 grams of carbohydrates, and then you might try it even high carb. This is more than 175 grams of carbohydrates per day, to see what you do better on, when you have the most energy, when you look the best, when you feel the best, when you perform the best. So these are two major factors: controlling your blood sugar and controlling inflammation, that contribute to your healthy or unhealthy gut environment. Tomorrow we're gonna talk more about foods and about our healthy guts and what you want to pay attention to when it comes to your diet first, and what you shouldn't worry about. Like, for example, eating a lot of fiber might not be the thing you should be worried about when it comes to gut health. So stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. If you have any questions, if you need more guidance, anything, if something comes to your mind and you want to reach out and tell me about it or ask me about it, then feel free to do so. Shoot me email to angela@createyourself.today, angela@createyourself.today. And till next time, think about two things, guys. Inflammation and controlling your blood sugar. That's what creates healthy environment in your gut. Thank you for listening. Love you all. And till next time, eat better daily.